For thousands of years, people have told stories of cities swallowed by the ocean. Myths like Atlantis or Moo may sound like legends, but today, science is starting to uncover real cities beneath the waves. One of the most incredible examples is the ancient city of Dwarka, located off the coast of Gujarat, India. Described in Hindu texts as the kingdom of Lord Krishna, Dwarka was said to be a golden city with palaces, wide streets, and temples. But after Krishna's death, the city vanished into the sea. For decades, many believed it was just a myth. But now, underwater archaeology is changing everything. Using sonar scans and scuba diving missions, scientists have found stone walls, steps, and even artifacts beneath the sea near modern Dwarka. These discoveries suggest that a real city once stood there. Some of the remains have been dated to over 7,000 years ago, far older than expected. Other places, like Heracleion in Egypt, also remained hidden for centuries beneath the sea until modern technology revealed massive statues and temple ruins. And in the Baltic Sea, strange shapes and underwater structures raise more questions about ancient civilizations we never knew existed. The ocean still hides many secrets. As we explore more, we may find that many old legends are based on lost cities that really once lived and sank. The mystery of Dwarka off the western coast of India lies one of archaeology's most exciting discoveries. The submerged ruins of Dwarka. This ancient city, deeply rooted in Hindu mythology, is believed to have been founded by Lord Krishna, a legendary figure known for his wisdom and divine power. For centuries, people thought Dwarka was just a spiritual tale, but modern science is now uncovering evidence that this city may have truly existed. Underwater explorations near modern-day Dwarka in Gujarat have revealed stone walls, steps, streets, and even gate-like structures deep beneath the sea. Divers and researchers have also found pottery, tools, and even seals with ancient symbols. Some of these artifacts date back over 7,000 years, challenging the traditional timeline of Indian history. The city's location near the Gomati River and surrounded by the Arabian Sea made it a perfect trade hub and natural fortress. Ancient texts describe it as a city filled with golden palaces and a smart design, including drainage systems and separate zones for homes, markets, and temples. All signs of an advanced civilization. Was Dwarka just a myth, or was it a real city that sank long ago? The more we explore beneath the waves, the clearer it becomes. Mythology and history may be more connected than we ever imagined. Krishna's sunken kingdom. In the ancient Indian epic Mahabharata, Lord Krishna leads his people to a safe haven far from war, a dazzling city called Dwarka. Built with divine help, it was a fortress of peace, wealth, and wisdom. Described as a city made of gold, Dwarka had wide roads, majestic gates, and beautiful palaces shining with gems. But after Krishna's departure from the world, something tragic happened. The sea rose up, and the city vanished. For years, this tale was seen as symbolic, a myth told to honor Krishna's legacy. But underwater archaeologists diving off the coast of modern Dwarka started finding real clues. Beneath the waves, they discovered walls, pillars, steps, and pottery. These weren't random rocks, they were parts of buildings and roads. Many believe these are the remains of Krishna's legendary city. Even more surprising, carbon dating showed that some wood samples found near these ruins were 7,500 years old. Far older than expected. Could it be that the story of Dwarka is more than just a spiritual tale? Krishna's sunken kingdom may be a powerful example of how mythology can preserve real history. Dwarka's story blends faith, culture, and science, reminding us that the past may be buried, but not forgotten. And sometimes, legends hold the key to lost truths hidden beneath the sea. Secrets of India's coast. India's coastline holds more than just sand and sea. It hides lost chapters of human history beneath its waves. Along the shores of Gujarat, underwater archaeologists have made stunning discoveries that point to ancient cities once bustling with life. The most famous among them is Dwarka, believed to have been a powerful city ruled by Lord Krishna. But Dwarka is just the beginning. As researchers dove deeper, they explored other coastal areas, especially along southern India. With the help of local Tamil fishermen and free divers, scientists collected stories of strange stone shapes under the water. These weren't just legends. Divers later confirmed sightings of statues, pillars, and even staircases hidden beneath the waves. India's coast, especially during the last ice age, looked very different. Back then, sea levels were much lower. Land now underwater once supported thriving cities and civilizations. It's estimated that over 27 million square kilometers of land once above water is now submerged. Some of these lost lands could be the missing pieces of India's ancient past. Thanks to modern sonar scans, diving missions, and underwater photography, a clearer picture is emerging. The coastlines of India may hold clues to forgotten trade routes, sacred cities, and advanced engineering from thousands of years ago. What else lies hidden beneath the waves? India's shores may soon answer that question. Underwater wonders revealed imagine swimming through a city deep under the sea. Stone walls rising from the ocean floor, steps leading nowhere, and ancient pillars standing silently in the dark. That's exactly what divers and archaeologists are discovering near Dwarka, off India's western coast. Using advanced tools like sonar scanners and underwater cameras, researchers have mapped an ancient urban landscape now buried beneath the waves. These ruins aren't random. They show clear patterns of city planning, foundations of buildings, straight roads, and even drainage systems. This kind of organization means the city was advanced and carefully built. It had sections for homes, markets, and administration, just like a modern city. Ancient texts spoke of Dwarka's grandeur, and now science is catching up to the story. But the wonder doesn't stop there. Archaeologists have also found stone anchors, semi-precious stones, and inscribed seals, revealing that this sunken city wasn't just sacred, it was a thriving center of trade and culture. These objects point to a busy, connected society that traded with other parts of the world. These underwater discoveries offer more than just old buildings. They reveal the strength and skill of ancient people who mastered architecture, sea travel, and engineering. What we once thought was legend is slowly turning into proof. And the ocean is giving up its secrets, one dive at a time. Sea levels and lost lands thousands of years ago, the world looked very different. During the last ice age, sea levels were much lower, and what is now ocean floor was once dry land. As the ice melted, water levels rose and millions of square kilometers of land were slowly swallowed by the sea. Many ancient cities and entire regions may have disappeared without a trace, giving birth to stories of lost kingdoms and underwater civilizations. One major example is Dwarka, believed to have been submerged after rising seas or land subsidence. But Dwarka is just part of a much bigger story, from Sundaland in Southeast Asia to coastal areas in India and Egypt. Scientists are finding evidence of advanced human settlements that now lie underwater. Underwater archaeologists estimate that nearly 27 million square kilometers of land were lost when the Ice Age ended. This massive shift didn't happen overnight. It took thousands of years, slowly turning valleys into seabeds and cities into legends. These drowned lands may hold the key to understanding how ancient humans lived, moved, and built their worlds. Sea level rise isn't just a modern issue. It shaped human history. The myths of cities like Atlantis, Moo, and Dwarka may actually be echoes of real events from long ago. As we explore beneath the waves, we begin to see that the ocean is not just a barrier. It's a time capsule. Myths that might be true for centuries. Tales of lost cities like Atlantis, Moo, and Dwarka were dismissed as myths or religious stories. But what if these stories were based on real events? As science advances, more underwater discoveries are challenging the belief that ancient myths are only fiction. The more we explore the ocean floor, the more we find that many ancient stories may hold hidden truths. Take Dwarka, for example. Hindu texts described it as a golden city built by Lord Krishna, filled with palaces, gates, and wide roads. The story also told of its sudden submergence after Krishna's death. For a long time, people thought it was just spiritual symbolism. But underwater archaeologists have now found real ruins beneath the sea near Gujarat, including walls, roads, and artifacts that match the descriptions in ancient texts. Similarly, the lost Egyptian city of Heracleion, once thought to be a legend, was found underwater near the Nile Delta. Giant statues, temples, and shipwrecks were discovered just as the stories had described. Myths are often passed down for generations, preserving pieces of history in poetic form. Today, science is helping us see the connection between these stories and actual places. The line between myth and reality is getting thinner, proving that some legends may be more than just imagination. They may be history in disguise. Science meets ancient texts. Ancient texts often speak of powerful kingdoms, divine cities, and great floods. Stories that sound like fantasy, but with new technology and growing archaeological evidence, science is beginning to confirm parts of these old tales. One of the clearest examples is the city of Dwarka, long believed to be the mythical kingdom of Lord Krishna. For centuries, Dwarka was thought to exist only in Hindu scriptures like the Mahabharata and the Bhagavata Purana. These texts describe a grand city built by Krishna, with golden palaces and perfect city planning. After Krishna's death, the city was said to have sunk into the sea. For years, scholars called it symbolic or legendary, until underwater explorers found something shocking: real ruins beneath the sea. Using radiocarbon dating, scientists tested wood and artifacts found at the site. The results showed ages of over 7,000 years, older than expected and possibly matching the timeline of the texts. Stone walls, roads, seals, and pottery matched what was written in the epics. This has sparked a new wave of thinking: what if ancient texts are not just stories, but historical records in poetic form? While not everything can be proven, these discoveries show that mythology and science don't have to be enemies. In fact, when used together, they can unlock the past in ways we never imagined. Diving into history to uncover the secrets of the past, sometimes we must go beneath the waves. That's exactly what a team of archaeologists did near the coast of Dwarka, India. Armed with scuba gear, sonar scanners, and underwater cameras, these explorers weren't just diving for fun. They were diving into history. What they found stunned the world: submerged ruins, stone steps, and city-like layouts lying beneath the Arabian Sea. These weren't random rocks. They showed signs of advanced engineering, foundations of buildings, structured layouts, and even drainage systems. It was clear that an ancient city once stood here, one that matched the legendary descriptions of Krishna's Dwarka in Hindu texts. For over 7 years, researchers dove off India's coast, gathering clues. They even interviewed Tamil fishermen and divers who shared stories of strange underwater formations. Many had seen pillars, statues, and carved stones below the surface long before scientists arrived. Thanks to modern marine technology, history is being rediscovered. Ancient cities long thought to be myths are being found beneath the sea. And with every dive, we get closer to connecting the legends of the past with the facts of today. In this underwater world, the ocean becomes a library of lost civilizations, and diving becomes the key to turning stories into evidence. The Golden City sinks. In the sacred stories of ancient India, Dwarka was known as the City of Gold, a place so rich and beautiful that even the gods admired it. Built by Lord Krishna with the help of the divine architect Vishwakarma, Dwarka wasn't just a city, it was a masterpiece. Its palaces shimmered with gold and precious gems, its streets were wide and well-planned, and its temples reached toward the heavens. But Dwarka's beauty didn't last forever. Legend says that after Krishna left the world, disaster struck. In just a few days, the entire Golden City was swallowed by the sea, disappearing beneath the waves forever. For centuries, many believed this was just a symbolic tale. But now, underwater discoveries are bringing truth to the legend. Marine archaeologists exploring off the coast of Gujarat have found stone structures, ancient roads, and even artifacts that match descriptions of the Golden City. These findings suggest that a real city did exist, one rich in culture, trade, and architecture. Though the gold is long gone, the ruins tell a story of splendor, power, and sudden loss. Dwarka's fall reminds us that even the grandest civilizations can vanish. Today, the sunken city lies silent beneath the sea. A once golden world turned to legend, waiting for its full story to be told. Was Moo ever real? For generations, explorers and dreamers spoke of a lost continent called Moo, a tropical paradise said to lie in the middle of the Pacific Ocean. According to legend, Moo was home to an ancient, advanced civilization that vanished overnight in a great catastrophe. Earthquakes and floods sank the entire land, leaving behind only scattered islands and a fading memory. Many called it pure myth. Scientists said entire continents can't just disappear without a trace. But could there be truth behind the story? While no evidence of Moo has ever been found exactly as the legend tells, new discoveries suggest that massive landmasses have indeed vanished beneath the waves. One example is Zealandia, a real submerged continent under the Pacific Ocean. About 4.9 million square kilometers in size, it's almost two-thirds the size of Australia, and 95% of it is underwater. Unlike Moo's sudden sinking, Zealandia disappeared over millions of years, slowly dropping beneath the sea. But its existence proves a key idea in the Moo legend: whole continents can be lost beneath the ocean. Though Moo remains unproven, its story echoes real events of rising seas and lost lands. And as we continue to map the ocean floor, we may find more pieces of our past hiding in the deep, making Moo not just a fantasy, but a reflection of Earth's forgotten history. Zealandia, the hidden continent beneath the blue waters of the South Pacific, lies one of Earth's greatest secrets, a lost continent called Zealandia. For centuries, no one knew it was there. Covered almost entirely by water, only a few parts of it are visible today, such as New Zealand, New Caledonia, and a handful of islands. But in 2017, scientists finally confirmed what some had suspected: Zealandia is a real continent, and it's massive, about 4.9 million square kilometers, roughly two-thirds the size of Australia. Unlike mythical lands like Atlantis or Moo, Zealandia didn't sink in a sudden disaster. Instead, it broke away from a supercontinent millions of years ago and slowly sank beneath the ocean, hiding in plain sight. For decades, geologists thought it was just seafloor, but closer study of its rocks and features revealed it was part of Earth's continental crust. In 2023, after years of study and mapping, researchers finally completed a full map of Zealandia's vast underwater range. It was called the Hidden Continent because of how long it escaped our notice. Zealandia proves that Earth can still surprise us. Even in the age of satellites and deep sea scans, entire continents can remain undiscovered. As science uncovers more of the ocean's secrets, Zealandia stands as a powerful reminder that there's still so much about our own planet we don't yet know. Sundaland's forgotten past. Thousands of years ago, Southeast Asia looked very different. During the last ice age, sea levels were much lower, and a huge landmass called Sundaland connected what are now the islands of Indonesia, Malaysia, and Borneo to the Asian mainland. Rivers flowed through its wide plains, forests teemed with life, and early humans hunted and lived on this now vanished land. But when the ice melted, the oceans rose and Sundaland disappeared beneath the sea. For years, Sundaland was just a theory. But in 2025, archaeologists made a remarkable discovery: the 140,000-year-old bones of a Homo erectus, an ancient human species, were found on the seafloor between Java and Borneo. Alongside them were animal bones and tools, proving that humans once lived and hunted on land that is now underwater. This is more than a fossil find. It shows that entire populations thrived in places now lost to the ocean. Sundaland's flooding likely happened over thousands of years, slowly forcing humans to move and adapt, and possibly inspiring ancient flood myths. Sundaland is a real-world example of how sea level rise has erased entire worlds. It also shows how science and archaeology can bring back stories long forgotten. As we explore the ocean floor, more secrets of Sundaland and other sunken lands may rise again, reshaping what we know about humanity's earliest days. Truth behind Atlantis tales. The story of Atlantis has captured imaginations for over 2,000 years. First told by the Greek philosopher Plato, Atlantis was said to be a powerful and advanced civilization that disappeared beneath the ocean in a single day and night. For centuries, people have searched for this lost city, wondering if it was real or just a legend. While no one has found Atlantis exactly as Plato described, real science is uncovering lost cities that show parts of the tale might be based on truth. Take Dwarka in India or Heracleion in Egypt. Both cities were once thought to be myths, but today they've been found underwater with real buildings, roads, and artifacts, proving that great cities can vanish and be forgotten until rediscovered. The legend of Atlantis may not describe one single place, but rather reflect the shared memory of ancient cities lost to floods and rising seas. During the last ice age, sea levels were far lower. As glaciers melted, oceans rose and swallowed coastlines around the world, taking cities and stories with them. Even if Atlantis, as Plato wrote it, never existed, the idea of a brilliant civilization erased by nature is now backed by evidence from underwater archaeology. These discoveries remind us that legends often hold a grain of truth, and that the ocean still hides the remains of many forgotten worlds, waiting for someone to look beneath the surface. Secret bases underwater, beneath the ocean's surface, far from public view, lie some of the world's most mysterious military facilities. These are underwater bases, often hidden in plain sight, their true purpose known only to a few. One such place is IUEC, the Atlantic Undersea Test and Evaluation Center, a highly classified U.S. Navy site located in the Bahamas. Officially, it's used for testing submarines, sonar systems, and deep-sea warfare technology, but its remote location and intense secrecy have made it the subject of many theories and speculations. IUEC is equipped with a vast network of underwater cables, sensors, and testing ranges spread across the ocean floor. It's designed to detect the smallest movements underwater, making it ideal for both defense and surveillance. However, this capability has led some to wonder if IUEC is hiding more than just submarines. Some believe it could be a meeting point for UFOs or a site where ancient underwater structures are being secretly studied. The base's proximity to the Bermuda Triangle only fuels the mystery. Tales of underwater tunnels, strange lights, and unexplained craft continue to circulate online. While no hard evidence has surfaced, the government's silence adds to the intrigue. Whether it's science, secrecy, or something else entirely, underwater bases like IUEC remind us that the deep sea is not only a place of natural mystery, but also of man-made secrets. Mystery of Malibu Base, just off the coast of Malibu, California, a strange structure lies beneath the waves, and it's become one of the most talked about underwater mysteries in the world. Located about 6 miles from Point Dume, satellite and sonar images show what looks like a massive underwater building with a flat top and giant pillars, almost like it's standing on legs. To some, it appears too perfect to be a natural formation. The structure is 2.5 miles wide, and the pillars seem to rise nearly 600 feet from the ocean floor, with the top of the formation sitting around 450 feet below the surface. This odd shape, along with its symmetry, has led many to believe it might be an underwater base, possibly a secret military site, or even something not of this world. Over the years, UFO enthusiasts and conspiracy theorists have linked the Malibu base to frequent UFO sightings in the area. Some believe it's an entrance to a hidden facility used for advanced experiments or extraterrestrial encounters. Despite growing public interest, the U.S. government has remained silent, offering no clear explanation. Scientists argue it may just be a strange geological formation, but the lack of deep exploration leaves many questions unanswered. The Malibu underwater base is a perfect example of how modern tools like sonar and satellite imagery can reveal secrets hidden just below the surface, and remind us that not everything in the ocean has been explained. Baltic Sea Anomaly in 2011. A team of Swedish ocean explorers called Ocean X discovered something strange at the bottom of the Baltic Sea. A circular object that looked like it came from a science fiction movie. Roughly 200 feet wide, the structure appeared to have straight edges, right angles, and a staircase-like ramp, leading many to wonder, is this natural or something else entirely? Sonar images showed the anomaly resting on the seafloor with an unusual skid-like trail behind it, as if it had slid or been placed there. Some believe it could be the remains of a sunken ancient structure, while others suggest it's a crashed UFO or a secret military installation. What makes it even stranger are reports of electronic malfunctions near the site, with devices shutting off when too close, then working fine when pulled away. Despite global interest, the site remains poorly studied. Harsh diving conditions and cold, murky waters make it difficult to explore further. Scientists suggest it may be a rare geological formation, but its symmetry and unusual features keep the mystery alive. The Baltic Sea Anomaly continues to capture the imagination of researchers and theorists alike. Whether it's an ancient ruin, alien technology, or nature's odd design, it reminds us that the ocean still holds secrets we've yet to understand. Russia's Cold War bunkers along Russia's vast and icy coastline, buried in mountains and hidden behind layers of secrecy, lie some of the most secretive submarine bases in the world. These were built during the Cold War, a time of deep tension between world powers, when silent underwater fleets could tip the balance of power. One of the most well-known is near the town of Gajiavo on the Kola Peninsula, home to a large part of Russia's northern fleet. What makes these bases so unique is their design. Carved into mountains, they include massive tunnels and docks, hidden from satellites and enemy eyes. Submarines can enter directly from the sea through underground channels, where they can be repaired, refueled, and resupplied, all without ever being seen.